We have declared a first alert weather day for tonight into Thursday morning as another round of heavy rain comes across the area. Now, this is a low end impact level system, so we're not expecting widespread flooding. We're not expecting moderate or major flooding. Minor flooding is really the only concern with this system. We're expecting roughly 1 to 2 inches across the area. Flood watches are only up for central and eastern Hampden County, and in those locations, rainfall totals could top 2 inches, potentially even approaching 3 in a few spots. So flooding is just a little bit more likely in those areas. We're talking poor drainage area flooding, the potential for street flooding, a lot of ponding on the roads. There's a ton of potholes this time of year, so you know those are going to get filled up, so travel with caution. There could also be some minor flooding along local rivers, creeks, and streams. Not expecting, again, anything major. So just excessive rainfall coming in for tonight. It should be a little bit more intense out here towards southeastern New England, eastern Mass, Rhode Island, eastern Connecticut, and that's where I think we're going to see those 3, 4, or even 5-inch amounts potentially by the time this thing wraps up tomorrow morning. It's a large storm system. It's much more intense than the last one we just dealt with. Area of low pressure is down here across the Carolinas, and it's tapping into all of this moisture on the Atlantic. So you've got this train track of rain that's just moving due north, and that's what's headed our way for this evening. In fact, rain has already started across parts of the lower valley, and it will continue to push northward over the next few hours, increasing in coverage across the area. So we're all dealing with a steady rain through dinner time, turning heavy at times, especially near and after 8 p.m. We'll have heavy rain continuing during the overnight, and the heaviest rain indicated by the brighter colors, the oranges, even some reds that may pop up on your Doppler radar tonight. So rain comes down heavy. Temperatures are going to hold steady in the upper 40s for most of us, maybe some middle to upper 40s. Heavy rain through almost sunrise, but it does start to lighten up by the time the sun comes up. Shower chances will continue Thursday morning and then gradually start to taper off by the early afternoon. That should be the last little bit of rain that pulls through. By 3, 4 o'clock, we're dry, but we're still cloudy, and it's going to be blustery for tomorrow. Wind will start increasing as this low starts to move away. So definitely a rainy stretch of weather through, I would say, early afternoon tomorrow. Temperatures not moving around much. We're expecting again roughly 1 to 2 inches with some isolated higher amounts, especially in Hampden County. I know this model shows 2+ inches going all the way up into Greenfield and Charlemont. You could definitely see some isolated amounts up to 2 inches, even outside of the watch areas. But again, flooding is a little bit more likely in Hampden County. Wind gusts tomorrow will increase out of the north as the low pulls away. We could get some gusts topping 30 miles an hour. Breezes get a little bit lighter for Friday. Friday's looking like a nice day. Breezes start to increase again as we hit the weekend, as we're tracking our next storm. And your next weather maker looks to approach late Saturday night, potentially starting as some heavy wet snow across the Berkshires. Now, it doesn't look like it will snow in the lower valley. Maybe up around the Route 2 corridor, you might have snow or even a mix to start things off Saturday night. But everyone changes over to rain through Sunday morning. Low pressure will pass almost right over us as we go through Sunday. So rain in the morning, then drying out a little bit in the afternoon. Blustery and colder once we get behind this system. Could have some additional accumulations in the hill towns Sunday night and a Monday just due to strong wind gusts out of the northwest, that lake and mountain effect snow. Flurries possible for the valley with highs slightly below normal Monday. Then next week, temperatures warm right back up. We could see some middle to upper 50s later in the week. Back to you guys.